Miami Heat Nation. Hello guys, my name is Trent, and over here we are going to be covering the Miami Heat's offseason and heading into next year. So guys, if you support the Miami Heat or your favorite team is the Miami Heat, make sure you drop that sub and turn on post notifications. Now guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about should the Miami Heat sign/trade for Kyrie Irving at this offseason. Now the reason why I'm talking about this is because huge news did come out earlier today from Shams, pretty much making it known that Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets aren't near any type of agreement of a contract extension, and it looks like Kyrie Irving will be testing free agency this offseason. Now, we understand Pat Riley already made it known that if there's a star available, throw it at him because he's definitely going to take him and bring him to the Miami Heat. Obviously, we've been looking at players like Bradley Beal and Donovan Mitchell, but honestly, guys, I wouldn't be too mad if Kyrie Irving came to the Miami Heat. Now, let's talk about the negatives. We understand Kyrie off the court is a lot. He's a big headache, and that's the only concern about me. One, the vaccine stuff. I'm not sure how that's going to work heading into next year. Two, if Kyrie Irving just doesn't want to play, he's just not going to play. He's just going to miss the game. And I do want to say this. The 3 years that he's been with the Brooklyn Nets, there's not one season where he played 70-plus games at all. 2021 only played about 29 games played, and they got swept by the Boston Celtics in the first round. 2020 only played about 54 games, and 2019 only played about 20. That is terrible, and that's the main reason why the Brooklyn Nets don't want to sign him to a long-term contract, because he's never out there. He's only going to play half the games. He's a part-time player, but obviously there's going to be teams that are going to be interested in him because his talent is so good, and maybe the Heat culture will straighten him up. Maybe, he's going to be out there for us. Doesn't really deal with too much injuries. I want to call him like injury prone. It's just pretty much like other stuff that if he don't want to play, he's not going to play. But like I said, if this is going to be like a sign and trade or he just leaves in free agency and the Brooklyn Nets don't want nothing in return, fine. But if the Brooklyn Nets do want something in return, obviously we're going to be dumping Kyle Lowry's contract, Duncan Robinson, probably throwing that first-round pick, and I'll be fine with that. Give it to Brooklyn. We bring in a superstar player like Kyrie Irving. We have a new big three with Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo. So you guys let me in the comment sections how do you feel about this. Definitely a lot of huge news because no one really expected, Irving to leave the Brooklyn Nets. We expected him and Kevin Durant to continue to play together. They love each other. But I don't blame the front office for the Brooklyn Nets because obviously he's just not consistent. It's very selfish, and they're looking to move on from him. So if I'm the Miami Heat, he only has 1 year left on his deal. So obviously probably going to have to extend him for like a couple of years, but not no 4-year deal. I'm most likely looking at like a 2-year deal. Obviously, you're going to have to pay him because he's going to want to get paid, but 2-year deal, nice and cheap. And that's going to be our window to chase that title that we belong and that we deserve, and to help Jimmy Buckets because he could definitely be that guy. Definitely hit some big-time shots, give you 30 points every single night. So, like I said, once again, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. I love you guys so much, and I'm out. Peace.